the differential locked, so we can't get it undone, so you can't take the truck over 20 miles an hour.
Did you have it locked in when you were backing up or what? Locked in right now, full load of concrete, can't go anywhere because it'll tear the truck apart. Oh, we're filling in a swimming pool. A lot of people have been getting them removed. You know, they get a little older and they cost a lot for upkeep and maintenance and all that, so get a lot of calls to take out in-ground pools, and yeah, it's a process.
How I got started doing swimming pool demolition, well, it wasn't the first thing I started with. I actually started doing building demolition, and I started to get into these tight Minneapolis homes where one neighbor can reach out the window and shake hands with another neighbor, meaning that the buildings are just right one on top of each other. And we were out demolishing this 3-story building next to another 3-story building, and I realized demolition isn't that much fun when you gotta worry about dropping one house onto another one. There had to be something more fun but still as destructive as knocking buildings down. And that's when I had this weird aha moment. What if you wreck crap that's already underground? It can't fall on anybody. So I specialized in removing swimming pools, demolishing something that was already underground, because what can go wrong? Well, a lot of things, like you could bury a piece of equipment or a truck can break down, but you're not dropping one house on top of another, which is a definite bonus. And you're releasing all of that pressure because you're still getting to destroy stuff. Swimming pool demolition has its own technique though. Don't get me wrong, not just anybody can demolish it. Even though anybody thinks they can demolish a swimming pool, there is a right way and there is definitely a wrong way. But that's not what this video is about today. It's about something else, and I'm going to show you what that is in just a minute.
Well, you start by getting a permit for them, because usually 9 times out of 10 you need a permit from the city to do it. You take your, we do it with just a skid steer. We used to do them with an excavator too, but yeah, you just get yourself a ramp inside. You got to go down to the bottom, and you start, you take your liner out, pull that all out first, and then you're able to get down to the bottom and start filling it in and packing it as you go. And then you get up to the sides, and you got to pull the footings and the sidewalls out and hit the apron later. But
so if you're wondering what the heck is he doing with that thing, and what is that thing on the front of the skid loader? Well, it's something we built with CMP. We call it the Monkey Claw. They don't actually sell it. It was just a one-off. We specifically built it for demolition, and it works phenomenal. Super heavy duty. And what he's doing with the actual dirt right there is he's building a ramp. So what he wants to do is he wants to get as high as he possibly can, so that when he goes to load the truck, he's already at a greater elevation. So when he's got a load on, when he fills that Monkey Claw up, and he brings that up, and he's got to dump it in the top of the truck, he can bring it up, over, angle it, and set it down into the truck and release it, instead of just bringing it up and dropping it and watching it go. This lowers it down, preserving the bed of the truck, preserving all of the equipment, making it easier on everybody. What we got to do?
saw you brought some dirt in.
Oh yeah, you keep bringing in fill as you go. Get it filled up to the top and top her off with some nice black dirt so they can grow seed or grow grass and or whatever they want to do. Sometimes people put a garden right back in the spot where the pool was, or a whole bunch of different options.
All right, guys, I'm going to jump in here because I need your help. If you followed my videos over the years, you know that I've always spoken the truth to you, even at the expense of my own channel. And that's exactly what's happened. My mouth has gotten me in trouble with YouTube, and they no longer push my videos. And the only way for me to make a living is by your help. By going to the Dirt Monkey shop and checking out the stuff that we have there and making your purchase decisions over there, you help us continue to make videos like this, to deliver content that hopefully helps you guys in some way, shape, or form. But you're not just helping me, you're helping all of those guys that had a dream, that had a vision, that wanted to bring it to life, that created something really cool. And they're inventors, they're creators, but they have no clue how to market it. They're not marketers, they're not video people, they don't know how to take pictures and do social media. That's not their gig, that's my gig. And so what I've done is taken all of those cool things, those gadgets that I found from across the globe, and put them at one place, thedirtmonkeyshop.com. But be warned, you guys, there's tons of scams going on currently out there. And what's happening is the scammers are taking my videos, shoving them through AI, scrubbing them clean of all the contact information, and then trying to sell the stuff that we have over at the Dirt Monkey shop. And they're doing it against you guys. And a lot of you guys are buying stuff but never receiving the merchandise. Please don't do that. If you ever see anything cool and me talking about it, there's only going to be one place it's at, and that's at the Dirt Monkey shop. So if you want to support us, check out some of our new merch. We've got hats, we've got t-shirts, we've got a whole new line of shirts, a whole new line of really cool stuff, and tons of amazing giveaways that we're doing over there just for you guys. That's the best way you can support us. So if you ever thought about helping out in any way, shape, or form, please go check out thedirtmonkeyshop.com. Now let's get back into the action. Alright guys, I want to jump in here and talk specifically to the kids watching this, because if you guys think while you're watching this that it looks like we're having a lot of fun while we're doing our job, you are absolutely correct, because we do. Our work is an absolute blast. I'm not saying it's easy, kids, but I am saying that it is the best job that I've ever had in the entire world. It beats anything else I've ever done. There's something about jumping in a piece of equipment and having it, at first when you get into a piece of equipment, you're scared, you're nervous, and if you don't know how to run it, those are good feelings. You want to be scared, you want to be nervous. It's a big piece of equipment and it can feel kind of dangerous, but don't let it overwhelm you. If a guy like me and other guys around the world can do this, I promise you, you can do this. After a while of running a piece of equipment, it gets more comfortable, but it also gets to be like an extension of your body. It's very strange. Think of it this way. If when you're going to the kitchen, you're gonna go make a sandwich and you grab the bread and you grab the knife and the peanut butter and you're spreading it, you're using your arms and your hands. But when you hop in a piece of equipment, you're using booms and buckets. You're still grabbing, you're still spreading, you're still doing everything, but that piece of equipment becomes like a suit of armor that you climb into, and it becomes alive, and it's an extension of everything that you do. So when you want to grab a giant chunk of concrete, you take that loader arm and you carefully go in and you grab it and you crunch it, and there's a satisfaction that goes right into your soul when you're crunching that stuff up and you pull it out. And even now, to this day, even right now, it's just like, Look how big that is. And you lift it up and you throw it in the dump truck and you can hear it and you know you don't want it to slam and you successfully drop it down. It's so many tiny little challenges and nuances that we face every single day that we get better as operators that lead to our overall just job satisfaction that you don't get. And no offense to accountants and no offense to bankers, but if you stick me under fluorescent lights 8 hours a day, I'm gonna wither. I can't do that. And if you guys watching this can't do it anymore, stop. Go out and getting a job running equipment is easy. We need help and good companies will train you. There's no secret to how to be able to run a piece of equipment. Go apply to a company that has equipment that you want to run and stand out in the best possible way. Be the guy that's there 5-10 minutes early. Be the guy that's hovering, trying to learn how to grease the equipment, trying to learn how to check the oils. Let them know you want more. And if you got a good boss, they'll give you more. And if you don't have a good boss, move on. There's tons of work out there, especially for equipment operators. Never settle, you guys. Never freaking settle. Become the best version of yourself, but you've got to understand, to become the best version of yourself, you've got to give to get. You've got to give to your job, and if your bosses are good bosses, they're going to give back. That's when you're getting more responsibility. You're getting the ability to run an entire job site. You get the ability to show up to work and go, I want the new skiddy, I want the excavator, I'm gonna run the dozer. The other guys, you can run the skiddy that has the broken windows and the foot pedal that doesn't work. You can run the excavator that's got the sloppy controls that bangs like this. You get to choose. But don't expect that to happen right away. But if you've ever thought about running equipment, please live your dream. It's awesome, I promise you.
Is that a good enough load, or do you want to throw some garbage or some other crap on top?
You can fit more in the back, but it looks decent.
Pretty heavy. Well, the rest is going to take time to get you set up. We got all the big footings. We just need to do all the pavers and stuff.
Yeah.
You'll be sitting here for a little while.
Yeah. Well, you want me to run?
Yeah, if it's full enough. Otherwise, we'll add pavers.
Well, you can put pavers in there. There's more than enough room in the back.
Okay. You're waiting. We got to keep the truck moving. So. Wait for time. Maybe a little ball in there. That's under some pressure, huh? Screwdriver or something. Something to get in there? Yeah, anything works, man. Just got some pressure on it. This is not ideal. Oh, you got a wrench right in there? Yeah. You? Yeah.
Why the flip does Kubota not have a pressure relief valve? So for every 10 degrees that the temperature rises, your pressure increases exponentially, making removing even something simple as couplings a challenge at times. But a pressure relief valve would make it a lot easier, like the ASV has and others.
All right, you're still hooked at the bucket here. you have it locked in when you were backing up or what?
When I got stuck, I had to turn it on, and then when I moved forward, I tried to shut it off, and it's not coming off. Same thing we had last winter, or that winter that it stuck on. See, watch. There ain't nothing there. There's no pressure there. This is what it should do. That's what it should do. Tried hitting it with a hammer and trying to knock it loose, but nothing knocked loose.
Right here?
It's supposed to, but you're supposed to do it from the other side. So they're supposed
You
to
got a little
You're
screwdriver?
supposed to take this cover off.
You get a little flathead in here?
Remember when I said running equipment is the best job in the world? Well, I wasn't lying, but I also said it wasn't easy. And here's an example. Especially if you're an owner-operator, every single part of that job ends up becoming your responsibility. From making sure that the equipment operates to making sure that the job goes the way you want it to. And not everything always falls in line. I'll show you what I mean in a second.
Dump truck is giving us a issue today.
What's going on with that?
It's a switch for the differential lock. He's locked in right now, full load of concrete. Can't go anywhere because it'll tear the truck apart. So we got to get that to unlock, but could be a bad switch. Kind of working and figuring that one out.
We'll have to raise the dump it.
Is there a way to manually do it?
I've never known how. Remember that winter it froze up? Same thing that happened right now, but now it's not froze up. It's just glitched.
Call Universal Truck Service. I will.
Now, as a small business owner or an owner-operator, the next problem is always around the corner, meaning there's always something looming ahead, and you know it, you can sense it as a business owner. And a lot of guys get this dread. They don't want the problems. They want everything to go smooth. But that's not what we signed up for. We're here because we want the experience. We want to be able to, the freedom. We want to be in control of our own destiny. And you gotta take the good with the bad. And sometimes it's bad. But there's always more good.
Well, I don't even let you in that section.
No, that's why I got to raise the dump it. The differential locked, so we can't get it undone, so you can't take the truck over 20 miles an hour. The valve inside on the dash is probably what's the matter. It's a little check valve, and it's a little $2 piece that has just made the whole truck inoperable. I know what to do if the brakes have a problem, but this stuff is... Let's see if I can find Universal's phone number. I think it's still working. I think it's just the valve up on the dash.
Oh, okay.
Why is it hissing? You hear that?
Where's it hissing?
I don't know. I can hear air.
Keep it going. Where do you hear air at?
I think it'll be the tags. I'm letting the tags up because they're... I can raise it, but I would lay odds that it's this check valve right here.
The best equipment operators are problem solvers. It's not just about who can run a piece of equipment the absolute best. It's all about who can keep a piece of equipment running day after day, year after year, to its optimum performance. So just because you may be some hotshot cowboy and can do something with a skid loader, maybe you can make it wheelie or something else, it doesn't mean you're the most valuable member on the team. The most valuable member on the team is the one like what Timmy's doing. The guy that crawls under the truck, the guy that solves the problems, the guys that tackle things that are outside of their wheelhouse, but you have to do to keep the business operating. That's how you become the most valuable member of the team. It's way beyond just running a piece of equipment, and it's about the entire operation of keeping everything going simultaneously. It's like juggling a ton of balls all at once in the air. Who can juggle the most balls and do it and make it look the most seamless? And even the most experienced operators are the ones that are still learning. Those are the best operators. The guys that don't think they know it all, keep an open mind, and try to continually improve even after they've had 2 or 3 decades of experience. They still listen and they still take advice and opinions. That's a really good operator.
Got to be lines running through here too, so it's just got to be careful scooping it. But then I'll do it.
What are you guys doing with this pool?
Filling it in, and you bring so much in, and then we pack it with the tracks of the machine. Right now, there's nothing going on top of that. If there was like a patio or looks like a little deep right here. Got past the regular ground. I just want to make sure we don't. I know there's got stuff running through here. Yeah, so you might want to start like right here, kind of just back drag and then grab your spoils. Back drag, just get down to the soil level there. And move the truck anytime soon? Nope, we're not right now.
Oh, is it bad?
No, we're gonna try a switch first, and then I got a mobile mechanic wait to see if we want him to come out. My luck, he'll get busy and the switch won't work, but save $500-600 by just buying a switch and trying and swapping it out. Yeah, so we'll see. That's about as far as we're gonna go, and then it's gonna be calling a mobile guy. But yeah, just kind of work yourself from the edges and then find the grade, just to make sure we don't. I don't want to go through the ground here because it's close to. I know there's got to be stuff running through here. They just didn't mark it. They're supposed to mark the entire property, but that's not how it always works.
I'm gonna have a little lunch.
Okay, go have some lunch.
You wanna take over?
In a minute. Yep.
If you're gonna go work for a company like ours or anybody else as a small business owner and you're kind of new into this game, a little bit of advice: never stop moving. What I mean is, when you're looking at a job like we're doing right here, there's never a pinch point unless the boss is screwed up. So there's never a bottleneck. There should never come to a point in the job where you can stand around with your hands in your pocket because there's nothing for you to do. If the job is not done, there's always something to do. The only time this hand and this hand should ever go in here is on your own time at your own house. When you're out on a job, your hand, if you smoke like Bruce smokes, your hand shouldn't even be touching the cigarette. I'm just telling you this if you want to try to make a good impression that's going to lead you onward and upward to be able to do more. The thing that a boss doesn't like to see are guys that need a ton of direction. They need to be told to do this, to be told to do that. Okay, then do this. Then when you're done with that, do that. Then do this. Then do that. That's not that helpful. You may think it's helpful, but the boss has got to be 5, 10 steps ahead on the entire job. Plus, he's managing all the nuances of that project. Plus, a lot of the times the boss may have a bid going in or meetings lined up and his mind is on other things. And he shouldn't have to think for his employees. He shouldn't have to think, what do they need to do next? And then get out and tell them. Because when the boss is doing that, the most valuable asset, his thoughts and your thoughts and their thoughts, are being taken away from them. Become the person that frees the boss up. And yeah, you're going to screw up and make the wrong decision. But if you got a good boss, they best appreciate all of the effort that goes into you at least trying. And they will. Or find somebody that does. But don't ever stand around and expect someone else to come over and tell you what to do. This is the worst thing you can possibly do on a job site. Make it look like you're trying, make it look like you're busy, and never, ever, ever, ever stop. That's all we got for you on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed going along for the ride and watching us wrap up this project. I'll see you guys on another one. God bless, and go get them, guys.
I just can't get this to seal now. Just trying to maybe, if we were dumping the air out, see if the switch would close for us, but it'll tear the truck apart. So we got to get that to unlock, but could be a bad switch. Kind of working and figuring that one out. So.
And who's bringing the part out to you?
Alex is right now. So we're gonna try that first option, switching out the switch. And if that don't work, then we'll probably get a mobile guy to come out and take a look at what might be going on. So,
good luck.
Try the cheapest option first, right?
There you go. Thanks.
Yep.